Welcome back, everybody, to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise here on Madden 21. Our Jaguars are having a great season currently, 8-1. We are a little bit past the middle of the season, so I think it would be a good opportunity to check up on how our guys are doing specifically, especially for all the new people who have come in since the MLB The Show content has come. I've gained over 100 subscribers in the past few days, so I appreciate all the new people who have come in, and for the new people who don't know a lot about the team, here you go. So, Coco Nwosu's been having a fine season. I expected a little bit more from him, but he hasn't been bad by any stretch. The interceptions are a little bit higher than they were last year, but overall he has not been too bad. The run game has been very solid. We actually lead the NFL in rushing yards, which kind of blows my mind because we don't have, like, an elite runner. RJ Ewell's had a nice year, but nothing really spectacular. Looking at a receiving game, obviously DJ Chark has been great. Casey Shock has been very good. But one of our big storylines is that we have not had a true wide receiver 3. Mookie Baker, Joshua Thomas, and Zeke Bowman have all gotten playing time there, but none of them have really stood out. Obviously, we have a lot of playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. We lead the NFL in sacks, mainly thanks to our 15-sack performance against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Josh Allen had 7 in that game. He leads the NFL with 14.5 on the season. And Zaire Wiggins has 10 interceptions. And Wiggins also leads the team in tackles, but it's not like opposing quarterbacks throw him the ball super often. It's just that Wiggins tracks the ball so well. Opposing number 1 receivers vacation on Zaire Wiggins Island whenever they play against us. Here are the special team stats, by the way. Volker Gantz and Brian Amaya Jr. are both doing their things, nothing overly spectacular. Nobody in the MVP hunt. I think Zaire Wiggins should get some recognition there. I know he's a defensive player, but whatever. Eric Bieniemy is the favorite for Coach of the Year, by the way. Wiggins is unsurprisingly the favorite for Defensive Player of the Year, very well deserved. Josh Allen also finds himself in the top 3. Not a lot of love for the Rookie of the Year award races. I think Bob Adams should be higher than 6th. Adams has been really good on special teams, and he's obviously done a fine job as our nickel corner as well. We have a few players in the running for offensive awards, but our best chance to do damage in the awards category is defensively, with Zaire Wiggins most likely winning the Best Defensive Back award, barring anything crazy, and Josh Allen is currently second behind Myles Garrett for the Best Defensive Lineman. Here are the NFC awards, by the way. Louis Kahn, you have a running for Defensive Player of the Year. That's very nice. Marcus Bailey is actually currently the favorite of the Cowboys. Kind of wild. Here are the Rookie of the Year races. Tight battle at the top for the Offensive Rookie of the Year between the 3 quarterbacks, Aiden Kentz, Jaden Gorman-Young, and Keith Fleming. Currently, Kentz is the favorite. Let's take a look at the standings now. We are obviously 8-1, as I mentioned earlier. We have the best record in the National Football League. And our division is very bad. The Colts, Titans, and Texans are all not very good. So unlike the past 2 seasons where it's been a very close finish in the division, we should be able to cruise into an AFC South victory very early into the season. The question more so with us is seeding. So here are the rest of the standings. The NFC appears to be, I would say, more overall better than the AFC. I think there's more talent in the NFC. Just not a lot of elite teams in our conference other than us, whereas the NFC has a lot of good squads. The Packers are currently the 1 seed, 7-2. As someone who very much dislikes the Packers in real life, I don't appreciate seeing that. Let's take a look at our opponent here, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are, of course, led by the number 1 overall draft pick in last year's draft, Aiden Kentz, who has superstar X Factor. He is an 86 overall. We've been hyping him up as a generational quarterback prospect since he was a freshman at the University of Virginia. Statistically, he has not been spectacular, and obviously his team has not won a lot of games. They have actually lost 4 in a row, but we know he is a really, really talented player. Their running back is also great in Malik Perkins, a young star who also has X Factor. Perkins has missed most of this season. He tore his ACL late last year, and he returned towards the middle of this season. They also have one of our former guys, Ronnie Harrison. We traded Harrison to the Bucs earlier in the season, and it seems like Tampa Bay really likes him. They signed him to a 5-year extension shortly after trading for him, so it seems like Ronnie Harrison will be sticking around in Tampa Bay for the long haul. A lot of this Bucs core has remained intact. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are still here. Godwin is going to be out of today's game with an injury. They still have a lot of their star defensive players like Vita Vea, Devin White, Shaq Barrett, Antoine Winfield Jr., and others So without further ado, let's get this Week 11 matchup underway. Two of the three NFL franchises that reside in the state of Florida will be taking each other on. The 8-1 Jacksonville Jaguars, who have not lost since Week 1 in a tough defeat against the Baltimore Ravens. They will be taking on the 3-6 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by rookie quarterback Aiden Kent. Tampa Bay started the year off hot, but they have actually lost 4 straight and are trying to get back on the win column today. Bucs have a long losing streak. Jags have a long win streak. We'll see if Tampa Bay finds a way to snap both of those. Jags started the game with a 3-and-out, so here's the Bucs offense. O.J. the Juice Man Howard with a nice run of 16 yards. Howard has taken a backseat role since the team signed Rob Gronkowski a few years back. Even with Brady gone, Gronk has decided to stick around, and he is still quite a solid player. 3rd and 7, Kent's going up the middle, just a little into the hands of Quintrell Murphy for a nice play. Murphy, of course, having to step up with Chris Godwin out. Ali Marpet injured on the play for the Bucs. That is not good news. He is probably their best offensive lineman. Another 3rd down for Tampa Bay, this time 3rd and 4. The former number 1 overall draft pick, Aiden Kent, connects with Marquise Parks, a former first-rounder out of the University of Miami from a few years back. He gets a nice gain. 3rd and 4 now at the 15. The Bucs have been very good on this drive on 3rd downs, as it's a short throw for Malik Perkins, who gets the first down. Perkins has played very well in limited action this season since returning from his torn ACL. Curious to see what he does against the Jags today. 2nd and goal from the 9. It's been a long drive for the Bucs. They've done a very good job as Kent up the middle, just a little. It's a touchdown for Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard with the score, and the Bucs are going to strike first as it is 7-0. Hot start for the Tampa Bay offense. So far, so good for Aiden Kent and company. And the Jaguars have it back. Slow start for their offense so far. Koko Nwosu hands it off for R.J. Ewell, and he gets stuffed in the backfield for a loss of a yard. He had no room at all to go there. And the Jags' run blocking does not look particularly great so far. 3rd and 10 now for Jacksonville. Koko looking to throw it, going to go up the middle, and it's caught by J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins with the juke move. He is pounded by Antoine Winfield Jr. I'm surprised J.K. held on to the ball there. That was an incredible hit by Winfield. But not only did he hold on, but he also got the first down. 2nd and 1 now for the Jags. It's a fake end around. Koko looking to throw it. He goes up the middle for David Njoku with the spin move. He brings it to the 25-yard line. Cheeks is injured for the Bucs. That's not ideal. I believe he is one of their starting linebackers. Now at the 25, 2nd and 10. Dobbins with a short handoff. He gets 5. But more importantly, J.K. Dobbins clutching at his upper leg, possibly his knee area, and he's going to have to go to the locker room. That's a big deal for the Jaguars. His day is done, and we'll see if he misses any long-term time. So R.J. Ewell's really going to have to step up, and we're going to have to watch out for some other names in the backfield, such as Davion Riddick. Njoku with another nice grab. He has 4 receptions on this drive. He's been really good so far for the Jags. 1st and goal now from the 6. Jacksonville trying to punch it in as it's a handoff for R.J. Ewell. Showboating into the end zone for a touchdown. Ewell had a long run last week where he showboated and ended up not scoring. I'm surprised he showboated again, but this time he was able to get in, so it doesn't really matter. But you'd think he would have learned his lesson, but I guess not. So now it is 7-6, but unfortunately the score will remain 7-6. The extra point from Volker Gantz's wide left, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers remain on top through 1. It is 7-6. That is the first missed extra point all year by Volker Gantz. So the Bucs remain on top as we head to the 2nd. 3rd and 10 for Tampa Bay. The Bucs were great on 3rd down in their previous possession as Kent's up the middle for a wide open Rob Gronkowski, who brings it to the 44. A big gain of 21 for Gronk. And it seems like the Kent to Gronk connection is looking strong thus far. 3rd and 5 now. It's going to be an attempted screen, but the pass is incomplete. You may notice that Malik Perkins is not in the game. He actually suffered a bruised sternum late in the 1st quarter. He will not be returning, so no more Malik Perkins for the Bucs. Jags have it at the 6. Nice move by Chark. DJ Chark down the field. He will not be caught A 94-yard touchdown, stumbling into the end zone for a touchdown. What a grab and what a move after the catch by DJ Chark. And the Jaguars are now on top as it is 13-7. Volker Gantz did make the extra point this time. Bucs have it back. They are down for the first time today. There is Mike Evans with his first reception of the game. Zaire Wiggins always covers the opposing team's #1 receivers, and it's worth noting that #1 receivers normally don't do well against the Jags. We'll see if the trend continues here with Mike Evans. 3rd and 10 now from the 42. A deep ball broken up by C.J. Henderson, nearly intercepted by Julius Williams, and the Jags get it back with an opportunity to widen their lead even further. 3rd and 2. Coco trying to get it to Chark, but the throw is offline. Nice pressure by Tampa Bay. The Bucs force the punt. They will get the ball back as it's 2nd and 6 for Aiden Kentz and crew as he gets a nice throw into the hands of Marquise Parks. Tough hit by C.J. Henderson, but Parks is able to hold on to the ball for a first down. Now at the 45, it's a handoff for Karan Higdon, who gets the first down. Higdon is going to have to step up today, along with second-year pro Marquise Sanders, now that star running back Malik Perkins is out for the game. From the 34, following play, Aiden Kent's looking to throw it. He's going to get Marquise Parks on the curl route. Parks gets past Henderson and will bring it to the 16-yard line. So far, so good today for Marquise Parks, and again, the opposing #2 receiver is doing better than the opposing #1 because Zaire Wiggins Island is a beautiful vacation spot. 3rd and 10, incomplete. Kent throws it in the back of the end zone. That'll send the field goal unit out as it's the longtime Jaguar, Josh Lambo, going for the kick. It is good. Lambo has been the Jaguars kicker for a few years. He was let go of in the offseason. The team obviously signed Volker Gantz. Lambo did not have to wait too much longer to get a gig as he has been kicking pretty well for the Bucs as it's now 13-10. It's a screen for Davion Reddick. Reddick outruns Ronnie Harrison. Down the field, he is pushed down inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. Reddick was signed off the Browns practice squad earlier in the season, and now he's going to have to make a big impact with J.K. Dobbins out for the rest of the game and possibly multiple weeks. 3rd and 9, Coco with a strike for David Njoku, who brings it to the 1-yard line, and the Jags are getting closer and closer. 1st and goal, handoff for Kyra Brooks, who gets the touchdown, and the Jags extend their lead. Brooks is another guy who's going to have to step up with J.K. Dobbins injured. Brooks was a 5th-rounder a few years back. Had a strong rookie season, but ever since R.J. Ewell and J.K. Dobbins have entered the fold, Brooks has not really gotten that same opportunity to shine. So now it's 20-10. The Bucs don't have a lot of time, but we'll see what they do with it. Nice play by Gronk up the middle. Tampa Bay is inching towards field goal range, and they may have an opportunity to tack on an additional 3 points. From the 33, down to 10 seconds and 1 timeout. 2nd and 7, it's Quintrell Murphy, the 3rd-year pro out of Illinois, getting into the 14. He is wrapped up with 2 seconds left. So the Bucs will send the field goal unit out. A very quick and easy drive here for Aiden Kentz and company. The Jags did call a timeout to attempt to ice Josh Lambo, but he still makes the chip shot. That'll do it for the first half. We've had ourselves a good one. 20-13 is your score. Jacksonville on top. The Jags offense appears to be looking pretty good. The pass game has been solid. The run game has been a little bit shaky, although Davion Reddick has had a few nice plays since he entered the game for J.K. Dobbins. Aiden Kentz has already thrown 26 passes, completing 14 of them for nearly 200 yards and a touchdown. Coco has over 200 yards on the day, mainly thanks to that 94-yard touchdown by DJ Chark. On to the 3rd quarter, the Bucs started with a 3-and-out, so the Jags have it. Nice run for Davion Reddick, who has been really impressive in this game. I've got to say, since Reddick started getting snaps today, he has been noticeably better than R.J. Ewell for what it's worth. 3rd and 6, nice little out route for Casey Schock, who brings it to the 10. Quiet start for Schock. That's just his first reception of the game, but he does make it count there, getting the first down. Now at the 11, 2nd and goal. It's a handoff for R.J. Ewell, and he gets stuffed in the backfield. Ewell has not been able to really do anything for the most part today. He was wrapped up there by Cheeks, who has returned to the game after he got injured in the 1st quarter. 3rd and goal now from the 12 at the 420 mark. Happy 420 day, by the way. As Coco and Nwosu going to run with it. Nwosu, what a move! Into the end zone for a Jacksonville touchdown. Coco Onwosu with an incredible run. That was a nice block there by DJ Chark. But that play was all Coco, man. An incredible juke to get the score. And Jacksonville is now up by 14 as it is 27-13 with 4 minutes to go in the third. Aiden Kent's a deep ball. It's intercepted by guess who? Zaire Wiggins with his 11th of the season. At this point, the Zaire Wiggins disrespect needs to stop. He needs to be in the MVP conversation. I understand that he's a corner, but he's on pace to break the interceptions record for a single season, and when he's not catching interceptions, he's usually locking up opposing receivers. Mike Evans has 1 catch today, and that was when the Jaguars were in zone coverage, so he wasn't Wiggins' full responsibility. There's another nice run for Davion Riddick. He gets about 12, wrapped up by the former Jaguar, Ronnie Harrison. From the 38, Coco scrambling with it to the right side. Has time, looking to throw it. Nice catch by Casey Shock to the 16. And this has been an incredible third quarter here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are clicking on all cylinders as Carl Nassib is hurt for the Bucs. 3rd and 9, trying to get it to Chark, but instead it's nearly intercepted by Devin White. He had it in his hands, should have made the play. That'll send the field goal unit out, though. An easy kick for the former Westlake Hornet, Volker Gantz. He drills it, and Jacksonville now finds themselves up by 17 points. They have a 3-score lead here with only 10 minutes left to go in the game, as this will be the final play of the third quarter. 2nd and 8. Kent's up the middle, a risky throw. It is caught by Gronkowski. He brings it to the 26, and that'll do it for the third quarter. The Bucs are not looking good, but I suppose I wouldn't be ready to say they're quite out of it yet. 30-13, your score. Jacksonville on top. Jags going to try to hold on and win their 9th straight. Is on 2nd and 1. Nice run and juke for Karan Higdon, who gets the touchdown. These backup running backs for the Bucs have not been too bad today. A really nice play for Higdon. And Tampa Bay is now only down by 10. 3rd and 8, Coco trying to get it to Shock. That was a bad throw. Could have been intercepted, but instead incomplete. And Tampa Bay gets it right back. From the 23, Aiden Kent with a nice play over to O.J. Howard. Both Buccaneer tight ends have been really good. Usually the Jaguars always struggle against opposing tight ends, but today they've struggled against multiple because, I mean, Gronk and O.J. Howard are both really good, and the Bucs have been able to use both of them in big ways in the passing game. Here's Howard again, bringing it to the 25-yard line, his 4th reception of the game. And Tampa Bay has gotten off to a very quick start here in the 4th quarter. They struggled in the 3rd, but they are making this a game. 1st down from the 25 again. An open man, it's Gronk who brings it to the 10. And these tight ends just keep killing it for the Bucs. Brady who? Gronk doesn't need Brady. 2nd and 10. Kent's short throw for Quintrell Murphy, who is pushed into the end zone for a Tampa Bay Buccaneer touchdown. His first career receiving score, and this game just got real interesting. Within the first 3 minutes of the 4th quarter, the Bucs have put up 2 touchdowns on the board, and they are now only down by 3. Jacksonville has to be starting to get a little bit worried as on 1st down, Ewell gets a yard, but DJ Chark injured on the play. Both teams have gotten hit really hard by the injury bug today. Obviously, J.K. got hurt for the Jags. Bob Adams got hurt in the 3rd quarter. And now DJ Chark is injured here, limping to the locker room. He will be removed for the rest of the game, so the Jags are now without their best offensive player. That could prove to be bad news. 3rd and 4, a big conversion there for Casey Shock. Shock is certainly going to have to step up. He is now the alpha of this receiving corps, and he could be the alpha for multiple weeks if DJ Chark is not healthy. 2nd and 8, another nice run for Davion Riddick, and it looks like he draws the face mask penalty as well. A massive flag against the Bucs. That was John Newton, the first pick in the 2nd round of last year's draft, a rookie out of Ohio State with a bad penalty. And while Davion Riddick is getting nice runs, I can't say the same about Ewell. He is wrapped up there by Vita Vea for a loss of 2. 3rd and 12 now. The Jags have taken too long to decide what play they are going to run, and by the time they get to the line of scrimmage, the clock hits 00, so a pretty bad delay of game penalty there against Coco, and now it's 3rd and much longer. 3rd and 17, trying to get it to Bowman. It looked like Zeke Bowman was going to be open, but the corner swooped in at the last second to nearly intercept it. The pass incomplete. That'll send the field goal unit on. A 42-yard kick for Volker Gantz. The kick is good, so the Jags are now up by 6, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have an opportunity to take the lead on this possession. They were down by 17 entering the 4th quarter. What has happened? First play of the new drive. Aiden Kent's looking to throw it under a little bit of pressure. He connects with the short pass. That'll be a first down for Karan Higdon, who's been really good today. Aiden Kent's has not been sacked once. This is the same Jaguars pass rush that had 15 sacks a few weeks back against the Steelers. Last week they only had 1 sack. Today they have none. There's Gronk to midfield. So far, so good for the Tampa Bay offense. Down to 3 minutes now. First down from the 49. Kent's short throw caught by Mike Evans, who gets the first. Evans with his 2nd grab of the day. That will bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Bucs continuing to march down the field. They now have it at the 29. 3rd and inches for Tampa Bay. This is a really big play. Kent's looking to throw it. He gets it to Gronk for the first down. Stutter steps his way inside of the 18. Unfortunately, the next play did not save, but the Bucs actually did score. It was a Rob Gronkowski touchdown, and they would take the lead courteous of a Josh Lambo extra point. So I apologize, the file for that last touchdown corrupted, but the Bucs have come back down 17 within the span of 10 minutes. But the Jags have all 3 timeouts. All they need is a field goal to win. They have 1 minute and 7 seconds. That should be more than enough time to do some damage. Koko Nwosu on first down connects with Casey Shock, makes a nice move. He gets around 13. Jacksonville calls timeout number 1. The Jags are not going to waste any time. They are going to be quick to call these timeouts. From the 33-yard line now, Koko looking to throw it. Scrambling to his left. Has a wide open David Njoku downfield. And he gets it to the 21. Jags call timeout number 2. And it looks like they are officially in field goal range. Will they try to punch it in for a touchdown, or will they just chew clock to kick a field goal? On first down, Riddick loses a few yards, so I'm not sure that the Jags are going to want to keep running the ball. 2nd and 13 now. Koko. Short pass for the tight end, Daniel Romer, who gets a massive first down out of bounds. A huge catch for Romer, and Jacksonville appears to be in full control. Play action fake now. Koko breaks the sack. Still alive. He fumbles it, and it's picked up by the Bucs. McTevin Agim with the recovery. That was Shaq Barrett with the force. And Jacksonville's going to lose the game. Jacksonville had it won, but Koko fumbled it on the strip sack by Shaquille Barrett. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with an incredible comeback. 34-33 is your final. Goddamn, look at all that hair Aiden Kent's has. I know I'm a lawn hair enthusiast myself, but Jesus, that's a lot. I know that's a Madden bug, but whatever. So a bad loss here for our Jaguars. There have been a lot of games this year where we're dominating heading into the 4th quarter and then really just stop playing well. This time it resulted in a loss. I don't think this is a bad loss for us, because now I think this has to make us realize that we have to play well for 4 quarters. We've been playing well for 3 quarters all year, with a lot of games that have been closer than they should be. Both quarterbacks played very well. Aiden Kent's was insane in the 4th quarter. My goodness, was he good. Koko Nwosu played really well, other than the fumble that lost us the game. Nobody really ran the ball well. Karan Higdon was impressive. Davion Reddick was impressive. Both teams lost key running backs, and both teams had a few young guys step up, but R.J. Ewell did not do well. The tight ends were really good today. David Njoku with over 100 yards for us. Gronk and O.J. Howard combined for over 200. Yeah, we have to get better at covering tight ends. This has been an issue since the start of Season 2, for Christ's sake. Only 1 sack the entire game, which was the strip sack right at the end by Shaq Barrett. Zaire Wiggins with yet another interception, and obviously the fumble for us. And had Volker Gantz made that extra point in the 1st quarter, the game would have still been tied. So we lost because of the kicking issue. And the thing that makes me salty about this is we lost to the team who had our old kicker, and the guy who we replaced him with is partly why we lost. So that's a little bit depressing. We also got hit hard by the injury bug. J.K. Dobbins is going to be out for a little bit. We're going to need Davion Riddick to continue to step up. And Bob Adams is also going to be out for a while. Luckily, DJ Chark will be back in the lineup. That's a big deal. But Bob Adams has torn his abdominal. And Bob Adams has been really good as our nickel corner this year. But on special teams, he has been awesome. I think his loss and presence on special teams is almost a bigger deal than losing him for our regular defense, because I'm comfortable with Josh Jackson. I think he's a good player, but Bob Adams is an awesome special teamer, so that's a really big loss for us. I think we can deal without JK for a little bit, but Bob Adams being out is rough. So that will end today's episode. The Colts and Titans both win, making up some ground in the division. We play the Jets this week. The Jets aren't great, but they're not to be taken lightly. We do the breakout challenge for David Njoku. We'll talk about that one a little bit more next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. And as always, have a good one. Peace out.